Good morning, children. In the last explanation video of this lesson, lesson number 2, Nani's walk to the park, we had learnt that Venki's grandmother had taken him to the lane of treasure, the lane of beauty, and the lane of happiness before they could head to the park. Now, the next part of the lesson. Now, seeing the lane where the children were playing langori and sakli, Venki asked his Nani, "Nani, is this the lane of noise?" To this, Nani answered, "No, it's the lane of mischief, and it reminds me of you and your friends." Means Venki and Venki's friends. Venki asked his Nani, "Nani, have you named all the lanes?" To this, Nani smiled and said, "No, Venki, I have named only the names of those lanes which are important to me." She said, "Now we are going to head to the park, but we will go through the lane of friendship." In the lane of friendship, Nani visited her very old childhood friend. They were friends since they were children, and they had now grown old. The two ladies whispered and giggled. Giggled means laughed lightly. Then Nani gave her friend a tight hug and said, "It's time to go." Venki and Nani went through the lane of dreams. Now, lane of dreams was a place where the booksellers were selling books. They sold books for very little money. Those books were books which were second hand. The people had read them already. Now, Nani chose a book and said, "Let's go. We are almost at the park now." And they walked down the lane of magic. Venki looked up at the trees that offered cool shade, and he felt a cool breeze. Nani showed him the gulmohar tree, the amaltash tree, and the jarul tree. The flowers from these trees which had fallen on the road looked like a magic carpet. At last, they reached the park. It has been a long time since they had left home. Venki looked around and thanked Nani for all the people and places he had seen that day. And he told his Nani, "Nani, I like your lanes." And he asked her whether he could join her to the visit to the park the next week too. This is the end of lesson 2.